This is history in the making. Something in me's awakened. I just wanna breathe and embrace it. Look up in the sky, you can see where I'm aiming. I'll never be denied, my destiny is awaiting. We don't stop, we gon' drive. We may fall, but we gon' fly. It's showtime. This isn't where you give up, this is where you rise. This is where you shine. This is where you become the greatest of all time. History in the making. Let's go. And this is where you rise. This is where you shine. This is where you become the greatest of all time. History in the making. This is history in the making. History in the making. This is where you rise. Blood, sweat, and tears from the brave spirits. Those who paved the way, keep our faith in it. Cause it was impossible until they did it. This is our story, I just wanna leave a page in it. This is where you rise. This is where you shine. This is where you become the greatest of all time. History in the making. This is history in the making. History in the making.
Trying to play hard every single day, every single time we step on the floor, but they were supporting us. Win or lose, they were supporting us throughout the whole journey. So we did it for them too. We did it for ourselves, for our family, but we did it for them also.
You know, Giannis, when you talk about your journey and your family, you know, just talk a little bit about, you know, again, your childhood, you know, your parents, and listening to you in some of the press conferences where you talked about, hey, I used to dream of this moment. I used to dream of being in the NBA, of being a champion, and going through this journey. And now that you've gone through the journey and you've achieved it, got to the top of the mountain, can you just take our fans back to some of those stories about the process?
So I worked extremely hard when I came to the league. I said, okay, you know, I'm 18 years old. Nobody believes in me. Nobody thinks I can make it. I'm going to work extremely hard every single day. I'm going to wake up every day with a goal in my mind. You know, it might be a crazy goal, but I'm going to have the goal in my mind, and I'm going to do whatever it possibly takes to achieve that goal. If I have to stay in the gym 6 hours, 8 hours, 10 hours, if I have to run more than the other guys, no matter what I have to do, I'm going to do it. And you know, step by step, things were just happening, you know. I got stronger. I had people that believed in me. You know, I had people that pushed me throughout the whole journey, and I was seeing things. I was seeing things like, okay, this puzzle of life, it's coming together now. Like,
Man, oh man, epic performance by Giannis Antetokounmpo, man. 50 points, 14 rebounds, 5 blocks. I think the most historical performance in the NBA Finals, man. Y'all get y'all Googles up, man, and find one better than that. I think he's the second person in Finals history to score 50 points. But, you know, those rebounds and those blocks, Giannis is the proven Finals MVP, and in my opinion, the MVP of the league. But people couldn't validate him being the MVP because of his failed playoff performances, or the team's failed playoff performances, hearing what they couldn't do or what he can and can't do instead of focusing on what he really does do best. And that's what a big man in the league is supposed to do. Get rebounds, block shots, being the best scorer on the team. And one thing about it is that throughout all the hating and the doubting and, doubt on the team, the Bucks just kept going, kept staying relentless. Even though sometimes they would have certain sloppy performances, they kept on going, they kept believing in themselves. It's about belief and knowing what you can do, more so than believing what you can do. It's about knowing that you're going to go out there and focus and do what you got to do to win the game. I was surprised about Zeke's comments about, hey, he was hoping that the Bucks party would be spoiled, and they only thought the Bucks could win one game. So had it went to Game 7, they wouldn't win it, basically insinuating they wouldn't beat Phoenix. But I knew once they got back to Milwaukee that they was going to close this series out the way they were supposed to close it out. And I believe if they had to go to Game 7, they would have found a way to win like they always do. now you want to make it out of a Midwest thing. No, it's a Milwaukee Bucks thing. Now everybody want to jump on the bandwagon, and now it's newfound Bucks fans. Now you got to sit there and smile and watch us win and hold up that trophy, the Larry O'Brien. You know, people said it was over with Brooklyn when we went down 2 games and we got blew out. People said it was over when Phoenix just won 2 games. They held serve at home. That's what they were supposed to do. The Bucks came back and did what they were supposed to do. Then they went over there and did what they were supposed to do, which is win the game on the road. And that's exactly what they did. And then there were still doubters after that, winning 3 in a row and then closing out 4 in a row. I think that's one of the most dominant performances you can have in the NBA Finals. It's like basically sweeping the team. You clear out the 2 wins they had at home as if it don't count, then you take 4 games in a row. I'm very impressed. And you know, the city was lit on fire. Over 80,000 fans was out there. You know what I'm saying? It was an awesome experience to see. And for the Bucks to finally get their 2nd NBA title in history is now officially made. Historical NBA Finals all the way through. Great performances defensively. Great performance even offensively. You know, for Giannis, and I'm happy for Giannis and the team and the organization, the front office staff did a good job. I mean, people didn't even believe in that. They did a bankrupt job of getting the players in there necessary. Signing P.J. Tucker, getting Drew Holiday in there, getting, you know, Jeff Teague, Bobby Portis, you know, hard-nosed, blue-collar, work-type players is what you need on a team. You don't need a super team to win a championship. This proves it all. We've seen hard-working teams like the Detroit Pistons. They have done that before. They've actually beat a super team. And, you know, you don't need all the stars. I mean, people swarming down at these big-time teams with these stacked rosters was going to be the ones in the finals. And they got beat. So shout out to the Bucks and the Suns for doing that. You know, now that the Bucks are at the top of the food chain, I think they'll stay that way for quite a while. I think this team has multiple championships. You're going to have guys that's going to want to come play with the Bucks now and stuff like that. Even take less money to even probably sign with Milwaukee. Milwaukee's pretty locked with cap room, but, you know, now they got their respect. And Giannis, as a superstar in the league, and as one of the best players in the world, now is validated. You know, so there's no credibility that you can take away from a champion. And now that they're there, I mean, Giannis is, 26 years old? I mean, from now to the end of his career, he has the potential to just be great. And then what happens when he finally does develop a 3-point shot? He said he couldn't shoot free throws. Tonight, to close it out, he hit 17 out of 19 of them. So take that. World champion. Milwaukee Bucks sound good, don't it? And I think they'll get another one, too. And it may be the following season. I think they're in good position as they core teams together and stuff like that. I know a lot of people want to see Chris Paul win the championship. Oh, he deserves it. He ain't blah, blah, blah. He getting older. Man, listen, Brook Lopez is the same age as Chris Paul. And I congratulate and salute to him for winning his first NBA championship. You know, there's a lot of people in that position, you know, and I know people love Chris Paul more than they may love Brook Lopez, but, you know, at the end of the day, you know, the Bucks, that's the team. So, you know, I feel like it ain't about one person and what you deserve. It's about going out there and doing it. And I think he done a great job of helping the Bucks, Brook Lopez, to get to where they're at in this long playoff run. He had some tremendous performances this year. So, you know, we can't discredit him being an unsung hero. Bobby Portis, Pat Connaughton, all them guys, man, they done a bang-up job, especially Drew Holiday and P.J. Tucker on defense. Them dudes is some dogs. You can stick them on the best offense, even if they not on point offensively. Defensively, one thing, they're gonna get the job done, and they ain't going nowhere, you know. And I'm glad to have a player like Drew Holiday for the rest of his career until he retires. You know, so I think with a great stand-up organization like this, that's a recipe for success, whether the haters want to see it or not. There ain't nothing nobody can say or do about it now. The Milwaukee Bucks are the NBA champions. Just like I said, Bucks in 6. Peace and blessings.
The Milwaukee Bucks are going to win the World Championship. Oh, wow.